Today's webinar is on artificial intelligence and machine learning, so which will be conducted by Mr. Tushar Kute sir. He is a researcher and data scientist at MITU Skillologies. His residence is at Pune. So he will elaborate the topic through this webinar. Today's webinar is on artificial intelligence and machine learning, so which will be conducted by Mr. Tushar Kute sir. He is a researcher and data scientist at MITU Skillologies. His residence is at Pune. So he will elaborate the topic through this webinar. Today's webinar is on artificial intelligence and machine learning, so which will be conducted by Mr. Tushar. परत का होत आहे ते
हे असं काय ते सर
Paper will be removed from the paper, right? The technology.
कोणीतरी स्टार्ट केलं रेकॉर्डिंग साठी
मी केले
हो सर yes sir you can start from your side Tushar sir
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
sorry for interruption from my side.
Good morning, all. So myself, Tushar Kute. I'm working as a data scientist from last 6 years in Mythosclerologies, and we used to work on different kind of technologies which are enhanced by artificial intelligence and the machine learning based technologies. So in today's session, we'll be looking for various concepts or the things about artificial intelligence and machine learning. What do you mean by AI? What do you mean by ML? And what are the scope of these particular subjects in multiple branches that we will see in detail. That I show you, and so you can get more understanding of artificial intelligence and the machine learning. Now, this is the outline of my talk today. I'll be talking till 60 to 75 minutes. And after that, if you're having any doubts or questions, so it will be the open session for you. What is artificial intelligence? Define definitions, types, and main part is the scope of this particular subject. Just like that, we have another topic of machine learning also. Definition, types, that is applied, and what the scope of this particular subject is, and most important thing, what is the difference between AI and learning. We have seen from last several years, artificial intelligence is one of the commonly used technologies similarly computer engineering. So now different subject areas, research areas also established, which are coming under artificial intelligence and the machine learning. So what, why that's rising? What is the scope of it? What exactly internally this tool contains? That complete overview will say in the today's sessions. Before proceeding, there's a data science. Elaborate that first, and then we'll come with these two topics which are connected with the data science. From last several years, we have seen huge amount of data is getting collected online. And last 1 year itself, almost everything is made online now. That's why huge bandwidth, huge amount of data, huge amount of space online from cloud, from social media is getting used. And because of that, it is very important to analyze and use this data ahead. From last 1 year is very fast, but before that also, almost from 10 to 15 years, this evolution has started. And what to do with this data, what operation that we can do with this data, these are defined by the another novel field of computer engineering, that is called as the data science. What exactly the data science is? See, data science is an area that manages, manipulates, extract, interpret knowledge from tremendous amount of data. See, multiple stages are there. You might have heard about the terminology called data mining. I'll explain that one also. We are having a data. Data means anything that you save in computer, anything that you upload on the net, anything that you save on any website that you see on the website, which is in the form of either images, text data, pictures, or any kind of video data also. So what to do with that? So all operations which are connected with the data, that is management, manipulation, extraction, and knowledge, that is done in the data science. So when you extract the information from the data, that is called as data mining. If you heard about it, data mining is one of the technology, one of the kind of algorithms which are used to convert data into information. So we just literally think data is data, anything which is collected, meaningful data. From that information, we convert to knowledge, what you want to get out of it. From knowledge, we get the interpretation. And after interpretation, we'll get the wisdom, like multiple parameters, where it's actually everything starts from the data, which is collected online in the form of computing methods. Okay, so that's what data science is. Data science is basically multidisciplinary. Okay, every science is multidisciplinary basically. If you talk about general science, if you talk social science, or data science also, it's a multiple disciplines are present in it. The field of study goes in the race of challenge in big and small data. Big data means tremendous amount of data. Small data, any specific small amount of data in MBs, KBs data is collected. It's called a small data. And when data is going in TBs or GBs or petabytes, that's called as a big data. So data science is applicable to both of these. Data science is actually the combination of multiple fields which are enlisted over here. Okay, so theories and techniques from many fields, disciplines which are used to investigate, analyze large amount of data that help decision makers in industries such as science, engineering, economics, politics, finance, education over here. But everywhere the data is being collected online, and will be making use of data to perform decisions on it. But under data science, three fields are there: computer science, then mathematics, and statistics. The computer science is very commonly used terminologies now. Everything which is connected to computing is there in computer science. So from computer science, like some fields like pattern recognition, data warehousing, databases, and here we have artificial intelligence. See this AI. Okay, high performance computing, databases, and AI, that will be coming under data science, computer science, from data science. Okay, mathematical modeling, mathematics to apply the mathematical concept to the data, and statistics, statistical modeling, probabilistic modeling, like many things are contained with. That's also there in data science. So three common fields which are coming under data science. See this diagram. If you go to Google Images, type there data science, you will get this diagram. Okay, I'm preparing very good diagram that will be showing the disciplines of the data science. What are the disciplines in data science? See, at the center of all, we have data science here, and around it, multiple disciplines are present: like statistics, visualization, pattern recognition, neurocomputing. Okay, data mining, database and data pre-processing. And here we come with the part of study of PlayStation, that is artisans. And under AI, another terminology is given, that is machine learning. Fine. Okay, so data science is connected with data science. artificial intelligence, machine learning, and along with that, many other is also there which are connected to data. It's never you have to perform any operation with this collected data. Any means anything, just think about anything that we can do with the computing where is required data. That's what artificial intelligence is. Under AI, we are having advanced artificial intelligence, a modified artificial intelligence methodology today. That's what we call as machine learning. Okay, so here data science is having these two disciplines present in it, AI and the machine learning. Now, artificial intelligence you may have heard before also, but the machine learning is a novel terminology which are used in the computer science. It is something differently used and more simple. Okay, it's simpler than the artificial intelligence kind of algorithm. That's why anyone who is having a basic knowledge of mathematics, logical reasoning, they can design and use the algorithm artificial intelligence. So once you practice that, you'll get more insights of AI. Because from last 5 to 6 years, not many research that I have seen in artificial intelligence more effective and more practical in every area, activity. I can show few examples also. We have this AI application which is actually started almost 20 years ago. Computer was in the second generation itself. When in first generation vacuum tubes were used to operate computers, second generation okay, it was using transistor to operate the computing. Then we started with ICs, then LSI, and then microprocessors are used to operate computers. Then the second generation itself, that time this terminology was started, it was created, it was a device that computer can be used to mimic the human intelligence. Is it there? It's possible. So after the gap of almost the 100 years, now computer is getting able to perform operation just like human being, and that technology we call artificial intelligence, which is referred to simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think like human and make actions. Okay, so machine can do the task like not human actually. Machine can do a task which is done by any living thing in the world. Any living thing in the world. Like I can create an artificial bird also, by which we can create it as to work like a spy. We are creating artificial flying objects, drones, and with the help of drone, you collect the data and they will think like human. They will perform operation just like human being. That is what we call as artificial intelligence. Okay, so machines are programmed to think like human and mimic their actions. So whatever natural things are there, we are creating the artificial things, artificial and natural. Okay, so they will be exact replica of each other. We call them as the digital twins. Digital twins, anything which is naturally created, we create that by using computer-based algorithm, that is artificial intelligence. So generally, in current scenario, artificial intelligence is connected with the human beings mimics only. We create a replica of human being. We create replica of others also. They are also very beneficial. Remember, not only human beings replica, but anyone who is having intelligence. Everyone is having, every living thing in the world is having intelligence. If you talk about tree, or if you talk about insects, if you talk about animals, if you talk about every living thing is having a small intelligence present in that. That is what created, that is what embedded in the form of computer systems. It's called as artificial intelligence. A robot is one of the best example of the artificial intelligence. Robots are not that much robust, means they are not exactly create a replica of human being, but maybe in upcoming 40 to 60 years that may be possible because of rise of technology, which are AI is now having a boom, and most of the technology algorithm which are now available, which are now created by developers, they are so much robust, they are so much effective. So that exact replica of human being is now available, and now will be available in 10 to 20 years also. The term may be also applied to any machine that exhibits traits associated with human mind to solve learning and problem solving. See, human being is one of the most intelligent creature in this world. We have seen the revolutions, we have seen the evolution of many years, millions of years, for every living things that has happened, and out of it, human being is one of the most intelligent person in the world, animal in the world. That is what we call as Homo sapiens. and what exactly the brain that they have, what activity that they do. This is what the most intelligent activities. And with the help of that, we convert that into computer algorithm. We create it. We make use of that complex structure which nature has given to human being, and the system is created. That is what we call as artificial intelligence. And remember, it is automated operations. Automation is there. Autonomous systems are created. That's why again human intervention is not required. We can create n number of such robots, and with the help of that we can do these tasks more intelligently from them. Just if you have watched the movie Indiran, like robots from Rajnikant, it's exactly the same artificial intelligence is there. That's what is possible, and we need to take care from multiple angles also. Okay, that's a part of ethics in AI that also very detailed we can study that. AI is based on principle that human intelligence can be defined in a way that machine can easily mimic it. Yeah, and execute tasks from the most simple those that are even more complex. Complexity, see, human brain is actually very complex, and interactiveness that we have means response time that we are having, learning that we do, it is enormous. It is very complex, and it's very difficult now to convert in algorithm, but still it is possible. Difficult means it is not impossible, it is possible. It's made possible with the help of advancement in the technologies. Not many technologies are getting advanced. See, when we have, I have studied my engineering, so that time hard disk was of 20 GB only, and RAM was 64 MB only. Now today you can see RAM is above 8, and 16 GB RAM is available, and hard disk is going above 4 TB, 8 TB is now available. It's getting enhanced, getting faster, getting improved version of it. And that's what the progress means. That's what the progress means. And artificial intelligence also flowing with the same speed in the field of computing. So in upcoming years, it may be possible to create exact replica of human intelligence, which is shown by the computer systems also. Okay. So goal of artificial intelligence include mimicking human cognitive activity. All, every activity that human being does, that we can convert in the form of a computer system, that is artificial intelligence will do for us. See this one, a simple example, just like human plus computers. We can have, this is what my ratios are. Human alone can do, computer alone can do. Okay, we use computer. You may have also used computer from multiple years, several years. We use computer for playing games. We use computer from watching videos. We use computer from accessing internet, using the social media. Great applications. Okay, so that's what we computer can do. Many actually computer is having more application than that, and then human alone can do. Human alone also having intelligence and also perform operation there. Now, what if you combine human intelligence and computer intelligence together? It's a superior than human alone and computer alone, which artificial intelligence will demonstrate you. Okay, so this two I have taken from the game of chess. Game of chess is best example of artificial intelligence. Okay, it's not an example of machine learning, it's an example of artificial intelligence. We'll talk about it, what is the difference between them and how they are created. The algorithms of artificial intelligence are very complex. Means initially if someone want to design that, out of all the people who are studying, so maybe it is possible for only 5% people to understand and use that algorithm. But nowadays it is simplified by adding multiple different sub branches to it, and with the help of that sub branches, very easy to create the algorithms in artificial intelligence. Let's see what exactly the AI will go in detail. So this type of it, and then different ways by which you can show the AI. See, with chains means how effective is that? There are two different types of AI available here. What are that? So strong artificial intelligence, weak. One more is they call it general AI. General is, now we are in the field of general AI actually. So strong and weak are the common part that we can see. Strong AI and weak AI. What is strong AI? Strong AI means exact computer thinking. Human can create the computer's thinking. So computer think at a level that needs to process people. Yeah. Computer engages in abstract reasoning and thinking exactly same way we do. So we just can look at that person is a robot or not. So, we have seen this particular robot, humanoid robots in Hollywood movies or in some Bollywood movies also. They're creating the robots, and exact replica is that. It's not looking like a general human being. This is what we call a strong artificial intelligence, exact replica that we create for the natural thing in the form of artificial things. This is strong artificial intelligence. This is not what we have today. It's not yet completed, but many top companies like Microsoft and Google are creating such artificial objects. And from last several years, they have spent too much money to create objects. Maybe after few years, these are possible. And still today, many animals that also they have created in robotic format, which are imposing strong artificial intelligence there. Okay, there is no evidence that we are close to strong AI. Not exactly. Maybe it will take many years to create exact replica of the thing. There is strong artificial intelligence. This is what the computer engineers, computer algorithm designers are seeking for. Okay, that is strong AI. Second is weak AI. Weak AI, which is currently we are having. We are in of weak AI from last 70 years. Yeah, artificial intelligence terminology is created in 1950s. Okay, by John McCarthy for first time, and after that, many programming languages also created to specially design AI algorithms. Okay, but not 100% is not possible. AI algorithm can solve the Sudoku game. AI algorithm can play the chess. AI algorithm can solve the Rubik cubes. AI algorithm can play different kind of computers, but it is not exact. Living thing is not possible. They are dedicated with a special operation that we can special and complex operation. Special and complex of that can be solved. That's called a weak AI. Pattern-based artificial intelligence. Computers solve problems by detecting useful patterns. Yes, and pattern-based AI is extremely powerful tool, which is present there. There's one pattern present in it, and based on that, you create the algorithm. So you design algorithm. If this is the input, that can be the output. Create the rules. Create complex system which will take input from some system, and based on that, will generate some actions, generate some decisions. Okay, that's what we call as weak artificial intelligence. Okay, let's like simple example that we see in automation today, like when you open a website, okay, pop-up window will open. How may I help you? That's called a chatbot. Chatbot, the robot and chat, they're combined together. Chatbot is example of AI, but it is weak AI. Fine. Or we are having speech translation system like Google Translate. If you type something, you translated it into another language. That is artificial intelligence, but it is dedicated for that task, not versatile engine. Okay, it is performing operation, but it is using implementation of a single algorithm from artificial intelligence. That is called as the weak AI. So, like driving language translation as example of it. This is dominant mode of AI. We today are having this weak artificial intelligence. They are using artificial intelligence, but not whole. They are not versatile. They are having a dedicated task. We are versatile. If you think from computer's point of view, you can do anything. Correct. Computer is dedicated for algorithm dedicated for that task only. Will solve having many things in our body or many activities, many intelligence in our body. So can you convert into computer algorithm format? So that's what AI will do for us, and that time that will do for strong artificial intelligence only, not weak artificial intelligence. Under that, we are having some books given. General AI. General AI is just like combinations of it. Means we are going ahead of strong AI, and between strong and weak, we have general artificial intelligence. It's not generally considered, but weak and strong, they are the commonly used patterns are present. Now, generally, see, talking with the major artificial intelligence approaches, two approaches are basically see only one approach was there 3 years ago. Second approach is now added. Artificial intelligence actually is a part of logic and rule based approach. You can check it. There's I've just given this diagram here. If then else, then if like if you are done programming, you might be knowing if under if, then if the condition matches, then do this. If this matches, then do this. If that matches, then do this. Approach is there, which is used in artificial intelligence for so many years. AI algorithms are created like that. So how do we think? We create an algorithm, and then based on that, we perform the operations. If I want to solve the Rubik cube, then what are the steps there? So we need to embed that in the code. Yeah, if it is this color is there, then do this, then do this. Very, very, very complex. Even it's not possible to solve by us also. How many if it is possible to solve? Okay, so how effective algorithm is required for that? So rule are there. Logic is present, and based on that, we convert that into computer algorithm, we solve it. We find a result, we find a solution to that. That is what we have, logic and rule based approach. Now, second, which is pattern based approach, and whose name I have mentioned, this is called as machine learning. Yes, machine learning, pattern based approach. So what was happened previously, using that, they find a pattern in that, and based on that, you perform the predictions, you take an actions, you generate a result, you make a decision. What based on that pattern, you are having a data with us, inside of what is the pattern present. If that was the input, this was the output. Yeah, what's the pattern in that? If the pattern is found, prediction is possible. That is what second approach is there for machine learning. AI is called as machine learning, which is a pattern-based approach. Fine. So two AI techniques which are available, and for several years, first technique was used. Now recently, second technique of machine learning is also added there. We'll talk about that. Before that, let's see what is rule-based approach. See, so presenting processes using logical rules, you define it. It's very easy. Remember that means initial steps are very easy. Every human brain is having ability to think. Is that correct? So we follow some rules. You think, yeah, if I do this, then what will happen? If I do this, then what will happen? Maybe your intelligence plus minus is present, but everyone is having this ability. So don't worry about it. So logical rules, then we follow. If this, then that. If this, then that. If this, go ahead and create a rules. This is what we call as an expert system. Actually, when first time artificial intelligence was created 70 years ago, they have given the system. So this, just like today we see bots. This is one expert systems. Okay, so they're having some data input. Based on that, they create the rules, and based on the rules, they devise the decisions. That is what we call as the expert systems. And many examples today that we see in AI, they're using a rule-based. They know the internal structure, and based on that, we generate a result. That is rule-based approach. Second, pattern-based approach is very important, which is now get popularized in several. Now today, all AI application, almost all AI application, 90% applications are rule based. Sorry, pattern based, not rule based. 10% are rule based only. That is what the growth of rule based approach that we have seen, whose name is now as the machine learning. Okay, so this is what the rule based approach are. Pattern based approach are very interesting to see. Okay, before proceeding, let's see few of the example where artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms also added. We're not knowing actually whether AI or AIML are, but their outputs are same. Actually, so the example of artificial intelligence and the machine learning. Now see this one. 10 examples, a lot many are there. I have taken few of them where we are actually familiar with very commonly. See the first one. This is what internet search is. Okay, if you type something on Google, how do I know if I am an intelligent? If I type it, so you'll get many results, and you just see which is rounded there. That's what that number of that lakhs of crores of results are there within 0.40 seconds. Yes, it actually Google. So what do you think? Google actually extract data from the given link, or what happens? How effectively Google searches that data? Okay, we know that Google is one of the website with two purposes. Which are that? First purpose is searching something. Second purpose is checking if the internet is connected or not. We search for Google, Google because Google is fast access website, and at a time 6 million people search the query on the Google Search. See if it is bold. So which algorithms are running behind it? Is it actually working? Direct hitting the links or getting extracting information there? What do you think? Even using Google, if you go to a particular site, it is more faster than directly hitting a website. So this is what artificial intelligence is Google using. A main product Google has given to us, they are they are applications of the artificial intelligence also. So for example, second, this is targeted advertisement. Okay, like to open the Google, open any other website also, but spaces is for advertisement thing. You can see that, and most of the advertisements are concerned about means we are knowing that yeah, we are interested in it. How do we know about it? How Google knows? Because most of the time this thing that we have searched already, and same advertisements are shown on the other websites, or maybe you can see they are on Facebook also. You can see them on Google search also. How it's possible? Yeah, this is targeted advertising. This is an AI algorithm is running behind it. With the help of that, Google knows you. Google has identified your interests. Google has identified your traveling pattern. Google identified your searching pattern. Google has identified your internet using pattern. Everything is known to Google. And based on that, they are showing advertisements to you. Target. This is what the example of Google AdSense actually. Google AdSense. Google AdSense identifies what your interests are, and based on that, these suggestions are given to you, targeted. See the third one, recommendation systems. Okay, when you open your YouTube's website, on the right hand side, you can just check up next. Okay, and most of the videos, when you watch a video, so on right hand side, similar videos, similar genres, similar actors, similar language kind of videos are that you are interested in. Recommendations are given to you, so you will spend maximum time on their website to watch the videos. It's not only for YouTube. If you go for Amazon Prime, Netflix, or Hotstar, same things are there. And if you go for the Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, there also similar suggestions are given to you. Fine. Okay, like suggestions, continuous suggestions are given to you. I have seen that one. Instagram, I don't follow anyone. Only 4 or 5 papers pages are there, but my Instagram feed is completely given by sponsored advertisements. Based on my interest, my searches, it just shows the advertisement continuously. Okay, that is what the recommendation systems are. They know that you are or you may be interested in that. Based on that, the suggestions are given. It's an AI algorithms running behind it, the recommendation system that we call. Image recognition. See, this is one of the best, again, applications of AI. Okay, something like on Facebook, if you upload an image, automated tagging is done. Oh, you uploaded this photo of you or your friend for first time. They shows you, do you want to tag this person in this? Automatically identifies that. Even it shows that in this picture, this number of trees are there, this number of people are there, their colors are that. You can see that this description is given there. How they know it? Image recognition. Or even in Google Photos also, if you upload, if you connected your camera photos to Google, and if you want to search some photos, like you are taken some years ago, okay, you just search by the name. Even see, few years ago, I have taken the photo of my debit card. 3 years ago, taken the photo of debit card. It was there in the Google Images, and after after 3 years, whatever the numbers present on that will get erased. Okay, so I didn't get the names or the numbers, but I have taken the photo 3 years ago. I searched for debit card. I not saved any name. I just taken a photo, debit card. So debit card automatically appeared because it was written on that card. It has extracted the text from images and then show me the shown the debit card image in front of me. Same case is there for Google Lens also. If you want to search something on the net on Google's website by using the image, so you just open Google Lens, extract it, show you. Applications of artificial intelligence, which is facilitating users and achieving the reliability from the customers. That's what they are achieving there. And that's why more and more customers, more and more users are getting attracted toward the services given by these websites. If you see the correct statistics, Google is #1 website in the world, maximum number of users. In second number is Facebook. Sorry, second number is YouTube, and third is Facebook. So YouTube is only 50% viewers are there than that of the Google's website. Why? Because they have YouTube is also Google's website itself. They have achieved that reliability, and that's why many number of users are using that. Speech recognition. Okay, recognition, even translation also. See, many softwares are available which are used to convert whatever I'm speaking. I'll just convert into the textual format. Not only talking about English, but if you use any other Indian language, also 15 Indian languages are there, which are separated by the speech engines, which we can read and we can convert into textual format. And even we can store that into a translated format also. You can translate that. And after translating, we can copy it, we can save it. All Unicode systems can also be preferred. Easily done. Speech recognition. So even if you open, if you make these captions on, you just can check it. Captions on option is there in Google Meet. What I am talking, if you want to just print that in the form of a text below, just like a subtitles, if you see on many movies, so which can open it. Live streaming. So live streaming is there. On live is extracting the text from the audio and then showing to you. So how effective is that? That is what artificial intelligence algorithm is applied here. Gaming. I have not played the games, but most of the games now they are connected with artificial intelligence applications also. Machine learning and AI both are connected here. Okay, I think you have seen this person. Yeah, very commonly. And nowadays is not visible because of lockdown, I think. Okay, so this is what price comparison website is. Trivago is a website which shows the price comparison, and they're not having their own hotels. They're not having their own platform to book the hotels. They show the comparison. This shows take the data from one website and another website. compares it, and according to your interest, according to your uh, budget, or according to many other parameter, they shows you the results. This is example, the great example actually. Even Jabong.com also, it just shows the uh, comparison of multiple different websites, and they will redirect you. So through their gateway, you are redirecting to that particular website there. That's what the artificial intelligence is there. I say this is one of the most complex algorithm for transport systems. That's what we have. Airline route planning. Airline route planning is one of the many airports are so much busy in the world. You can check it out. Tokyo airport or London Heathrow airport or Mumbai airport. So very busy, and only 1, 2, 3 maximum runways are there. If you want to plan complete departure and arrival of the flights, how to do this one? Just AI will decide based on runtime decisions also required to be taken. Fraud detections. Initial output is correct, but what exactly you're done in between is difficult. Racks of entries are there. You are given input correct, output is also correct, but whatever you have modified, the exactly same step is followed ahead with that. That fraud detection is by the AI algorithms here, detecting a fraud. Or the last one, delivery logistics. Okay, if you order something on Amazon's website and they shows you the probable delivery time and date also. Okay, so at what particular time this product will be delivered at your end, that we can find. That's delivery logistics. Completely monitoring is done. And on the first day, at the order time itself will show you at what particular time the uh, order will be delivered at your end. That's what the complete delivery logistics is connected with artificial intelligence, and machine learning algorithm also is present. Machine learning is basically used because they use the previous data. Fine. So who was the buyer? Who was the seller? Then what was the city? What are the previous experience? Who is actually delivering? Like all, they are considered based on that. They do the predictions, and most of the time, more than 90% time, the predictions are correct. Or even you get some order earlier also. Most of the time, accordingly, adjustment is done, and next time similar time will be given to you. This is what delivery logistic empowered by artificial intelligence. Only 10 applications are given, but you think about it, in almost every area where the data is collected, where we have to create an automation system, where to do the prediction, decision making, there these algorithms can be effectively applied. Artificial intelligence is one of the vital technology which is important in such kind of fields here. Okay, this is AI. Now talking second technology, which is machine learning, ML in short we call, and we are told about that already. Artificial intelligence pattern based approach is called as machine learning. Okay, so second part of AI that we use today. Machine learning is an application of AI that provides the system the ability to automatically learn and improve from experience without being explicitly programmed. Great. Exact what AI, modified AI, machine learning that we shown here. Automatical learning is there. Previous experience is given, and based on that they perform operations and will do ahead. Like, see, for example, why experienced people are preferred? Because they have observed this particular situation for multiple number of time. They are having good decision making. They will take less time to learn. They will take more accurate decisions on such kind of situations. That's why experienced people are preferred. So what machine learning is experienced algorithms. Experienced algorithm. So what they do, they learn from that. So whatever we learn, how do we learn? Same computer algorithm will learn. The process of learning begins with an observation or data. So as an example, direct execution instructions previously happened. Find that, find the pain in that, find the associations in that data, and based on that, a machine learning model is with the help of statistical modeling or mathematical modeling that create it. And once this is done, then we are going to make use of that data, better decision making in our pocket. That is what we call the machine learning. Automatically, computer algorithm learns. It will improve also by using multiple iterations. If it is observed this time, next time, algorithm will get learning. Go ahead, and once that's learned completely, then that is what effective algorithm is. That is what we call as machine learning. Okay, so machine learning focuses on development of computer program that can access the data and use it to learn from themselves. So, but one necessary thing is that machine learning requires the data. Without previous data, machine learning algorithm can't do anything. Okay? That's why machine learning is one of the prime branch of data science also. And artificial intelligence, why? Because it is having a decision making, smart decision making from that. That is what it's called as machine learning. So primary aim is to allow computers to learn automatically without human intervention and assistance and adjust the actions accordingly. Will adjust the actions, and based on that, they will do the further predictions. That is what machine learning will do. See, origins of machine learning are we itself. Basically, we are using this technique to learn something from the previous experience, from the previous data, previous observations. Fine. Okay, so just like you might be knowing Halley's comet. Halley's comet is visible after the gap of how many years? Think about it. 76 years. Okay, 76 years, a gap of multiple generations actually. But the recording of Halley's comet visibility was done by multiple scientists. It was seen that year, then that year, next year, and there's a pattern present in that. It was seen last time in 1910, and after 1910 it was in 1986. And after that 76 years, hopefully we'll also see Halley's comet after the gap of 76 years. How they know is because there's a pattern present in that. You can see the calendars. Okay, whatever you purchase, you are present at your home. They have mentioned solar eclipse, lunar eclipse when they are happening. How they know it? Because scientists know the pattern, and based on pattern, they have identified that future predictions are done. This is what machine learning is doing. We actually use our technique, machine learning technique. We learn from this data. Computer will learn. So machine means a computer will learn from that data. That's why it is called as machine learning. Remember, so many things are there. Even by using machine learning, disease outbreaks are also possible. Just check it out. The current COVID-19 disease outbreak is also predicted with many models are present online also, which are using machine learning technique to do the disease outbreak predictions there. Okay, so here we require human being to observe first, then second, record the observation. Observe, record, create the pattern, and do the predictions. That is what machine learning is there. See this, machine learning does. Three things are there that we need to understand while using a machine learning techniques. Okay, so here we are computer transforming data into intelligent action, data into action. It's called as machine learning. Data formation is called as data mining. You mine information, you convert action. That is called as machine learning. So three angles which are using machine learning. Okay, using it as a study. So these three things are a separate branches. This data, you also can create the algorithm. Not that difficult. Start learning it. You're having a data pattern in that. What's that? Identified with the help of statistical methods. The methods are created. Okay, created. How do you use it with the help of a computing system? And computing power. Three angles are there to the machine learning. With the help of these three angles, we can build the machine learning models, which will learn automatically from the data and will take the actions based on it. That's what the machine learning called as. Wait a minute, I'll just show you one video. It's very interesting video. 5-minute video is there. You just check it out. Animated video created by one Indian developer. Okay, that will perfectly show you the implementation of it. Just a minute. Let's check it out.
The world marked a stride in artificial intelligence with Google's AlphaGo defeating the world's #1 ranked Go player, KG, in May 2017. A previous version of the same program has defeated Lee Sedol, the second-ranked world champion in Go last year. Now, computers can communicate with humans, drive cars autonomously, give accurate predictions in stock prices, weather forecasts, medical diagnosis, predict crimes and terror suspects. Thanks to the new approach, machine learning. But how did it all get started? The term artificial intelligence has been with us for a long time. The early difference engine was capable of solving arithmetic operations, thus being a mechanical brain that could solve logical tasks. Although the meaning of artificial intelligence has changed nowadays to wider concepts of machine being capable of thinking and making decisions in more humanly ways. This became possible with the invention of transistors in 20th century. By then, we had the right hardware suitable for building machines that won't take up huge spaces and burn up with heat or power needed to light up an entire city. A great man once theorized that any logical explanation or a rational thought can be converted into a computer program. Now that we had the tools for testing these ideas, along with the technological developments in the field of computer science, the initial concept of artificial intelligence developed in the 1950s. Expert systems were among the first truly successful forms of artificial intelligence software created in 1970s. A system is a computer system that imitates the decision-making ability of a human. Were designed to solve complex problems by reasoning about knowledge. They used huge databases of expert knowledge that some poor expert had to sit and write down. But the approach of teaching a computer to be intelligent didn't quite go well. Soon we felt the need of a better approach so that the computer program could learn by itself and improve on its own with time. But how? The answer to this question lied back in 1959 when an IBM engineer, Arthur Samuel, developed a computer program that could learn to play checkers and improve itself as it played in finding the best moves for a winning strategy. It was the birth of machine learning that, according to Arthur Samuel, gave computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. Using this technique of machine learning, a program learns the patterns and infers itself, which is way more cool. Obviously, much more similar to human intelligence. To understand how machine learning works, imagine teaching a baby to identify the differences between various objects. Like, for example, if you show him a cat, he will extract specific information that will help him identify a cat the next time he comes across one. But if he sees a dog for the first time the next day, he will call it a cat as well, because it has every other information that the baby extracted from the cat the other day. Now, on correcting him, baby's mind will extract some extra information from the dog to distinctly identify the dog from a cat. This process takes time and needs the baby to see different dogs and cats multiple number of times. This is what we call supervised learning. And this is how we learn to distinguish between this, and this. In machines, each information extracted from the image of an object is assigned with a weight, which is nothing but a factor that describes how distinctly a particular information defines that object. Like, for example, while distinguishing a dog from a cat, informations like 4 legs, 2 eyes, etc. will be assigned with lesser weights than the informations like barking or elongated nose, because these data differentiate dogs from cats more prominently. Such a learning is called supervised learning, in which the input and the outputs are given to the machine and it just figures out the distinct relationship between each output with its inputs. Now let's consider the following condition. It's your best friend's birthday and you want to buy him a pretty cool gift which he would remember for many years to come. Of course, you want it to be nice and want to keep it a secret. In this case, you wouldn't directly ask your friend what he wants. Instead, you would try and learn about his likes and dislikes, and then based on the trends you discovered in his perchance, you would decide an appropriate gift. Such a learning in which only the inputs are known to the machine and it figures out an algorithm based on the trends and then determines an output is known as unsupervised learning. Besides these traditional learning methods, there is one technique that gained popularity particularly in the recent decades. Deep learning makes use of artificial neural networks in a desire to simulate the functioning of human neurons to perform tasks in a more sentient manner. Sounds like an evil plan of Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz. But in reality, this technology is changing and saving many lives. From medical or healthcare to business and entertainment, the marvels of machine learning are quite breathtaking, and yet there's a lot to conquer. Ever wondered how YouTube knows what you like to watch with such a great accuracy? Or how Google knows which links to display from millions of relatable websites when you type just one or two words? And even how Google Photos now lets you search your own images by description, even if they aren't tagged. And Siri and Alexa have become smarter than ever. Today, in the world of automation, machine learning has become a primitive factor in technology. With every passing day, our machines are getting smarter and better, and that day is not far away when technology would allow our robotic counterparts to have the ability of free will and even surpass us humans. And when that day arrives, don't forget, machine learning formed the basis of this evolution.
Okay, so that's what machine learning is. Just a minute, I'll continue. So many ways are followed to use the machine learning. Just a minute. Yeah, this is what the machine learning is, and few examples also there. We'll talk about it. What are the where actually machine learning algorithms are basically used. One terminology I told about data mining, which is one of the closely related sibling of machine learning, which is concerned with the generation of novel insights from the large data sets. Novel insights like converting data into action is done by machine learning, and data into information is done by with the help of the data mining. And most of the time, the algorithm which are used in machine learning and data mining are same, but what their purpose is different. Purpose of machine learning is to generate an action, and purpose of data mining to extract the information. Okay, fine, that's what data mining is. See some of the examples where the machine learning can be applied, like outcome elections. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. Some of the case studies are also available that using the previous data, so many elections data, we can do the predictions. What will happen now in these elections? That we can use. Even identifying and filtering a spam message from email. Yes, spam or not spam is one of the great application of machine learning also. I have joined Google's account in 2004, almost 17 years ago. At time, Google's spam email, spammer was not that much good, but today we see one of the most robust, one of the great accuracy, more than 98, 99% accuracy is there for the Google spammer. Will identify the spam email correctly, and they'll separate it, categorize it, whether spam or not spam. So because algorithm has learned from several years, they have used previous data, they have learned from that, and based on that, it's doing the prediction of spamming and not spamming. Or we can see foresee criminal activity. Is it possible? It's possible for some cases, like for example, there's a serial killers, and there's a pattern present in that, but it's not possible for the investigators to find the patterns. But complete algorithm of machine learning will help them to find the pattern and will check what will happen next. Fine. Or automatic traffic signal according to road conditions, like based on the current situations. If you see that in a signal, if every direction is given 30 seconds to pass the traffic, the 30, 30, 30, 30, 4 or 4 directions. So waiting time is 90 seconds, 30 seconds is a passing time there. Okay, so if traffic flow is high on one side, then 30 seconds will be given to them. Where there's a low, again 30 seconds is given. So we'll automate it automatically based on the current situations. Will decide the time of passing or time of holding. Okay, for green signal, red signal, automation that will be done with the help of machine learning algorithm. Or we can produce financial estimate of storm, natural disasters, like that's also possible. Within one day or next day, we can see how much loss we are incurred because of cyclone, tsunami, earthquake. Machine learning algorithm is for that. Examining customers' activity, creating autopiloting planes, auto driving cars. One of the best examples are this. You can just go for many different companies, like Nvidia is working on one of the car, or Tesla has already tested the best cars which are automatically driven. They have learned from the human being driving like this, and based on that, they're doing their this car autonomously by their own. This is one of the best example of it. Then identify individual capacity denote, targeting ideas and things like many different applications are there. Where we what has happened previously, we learn from that. We have observed that, and we converted observations in the form of computer systems. In healthcare also, most of these systems are now automated because of previous data that I have identified. Previously, what was happened? How diabetes is detected, how cancer is detected, how heart disease are detected. Okay, how brain activity is identified. Like if you know that, use that data, feed it to computer algorithm will learn from that. Okay, and it will decide ahead. That is what the applications of machine learning are. Many applications are there. I'm having one video also, but we're not having much time to see. Just go to YouTube and check for applications of the machine learning here. Machine learning is also having one more name given previously, but their names are almost common with the same thing that do pattern recognition, we call it. Recognizing patterns. So machine learning algorithm takes a data and identifies pattern that can be used for the action. What's a pattern presented? Similarities. Always there is a similarity present there. That similarity we have to find, and based on that you have to predict the further operation onto it. That is what machine learning actually performs here. See, let's go in some small detail. How do machine learn? How they find it? See, in video we have seen Arthur Samuel has given the birth to the name machine learning in 1959, but after the gap of 40 years, there is no much development happened in the machine learning. One book was written by the computer scientist Tom Michel. Its name is Machine Learning. It still is available in PDF copies online. You can check it out. Complete theoretical book, and not theoretical means completely they have given the mathematical format, how the algorithm will work, how the predictions are possible. So in that, Tom Mitchell has devised a proper definition of machine learning. That's Tom Mitchell says that the machine is said to learn if it is able to take experience and utilize it such that its performance improves upon similar experience in future. Similar experience in future. Yes, this is what machine learning is. But how do machine learn? This is very important part to remember. So there is a concept we generally call as a training a data set. We record the observations, and then in that observation, what is the statistical model, mathematical model should be present in that. Some connectivity of input and output is present. What is that connectivity? That connectivity is an algorithm of machine learning. That is applying a data to machine learning algorithm. We call it training a data. So let's take an example here. See this one. This is my observation. Not mine. It is Newton's observation. That is what apple is falling from a tree. See this here. So he has recorded that in the form of the numbers like that. This one data, time, velocity, time, velocity, time, velocity, like that. And he found that there is a pattern present between time and velocity. And with the help of that pattern, he's identified the gravitational constant. Okay, the universal constant of gravity, that is g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. This is a relationship. Now, next time it is possible. When the time is 10, then what is the velocity? Can we do? Just input is known. Pattern is there. There's a similarity present between input and output, and based on that, we found the formula which will fit perfectly between input and output. Training, that's what we call. And this is what machine learning actually does. Previous data, pattern is found, prediction can be done, and next time, when whatever data is given, data is applied, algorithm will learn, again applied, learn. So continuously, algorithm will learn from it. Learn, and go ahead. See, in Google email, Gmail, that we can see, if you start typing like any email, please find automatically attachment will come in front of it. How they know it's really attachment there? So this is what intelligent system algorithm. Previously, so many emails were sent using Google Mail, and they have done the same thing. This only pattern is there. Please find attachment automatically. Thanks automatically, and regards will come again because it was previously happened. Multiple number of there's a pattern present in that. So using that pattern, predictions and effective decision making, accurate decision making, efficient, robust decision making is possible. That's what actually machine learning performs there. Machine learning actually having commonly three types are there. Generally, we consider two types only: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, which are shown in that video also. We'll see some examples how exactly it does. So in supervised learning is called as predictive analytics. You use the data, you perform the predictions on that. Yes, this is how simple is this. And unsupervised learning is finding a pattern only. It's find only pattern, create the groups. Patterns, rules are identified, and accordingly groups are created. This is how supervised learning is. group like that. That's called unsupervised learning. So most of the algorithm in machine learning AI today, we can see they are from the supervised learning. Okay, it's one of the very commonly used technique where predictions, decision making is done. Let's see this one. This is what simple example of the supervised learning. See, for example, these are some pictures given. These are the cats. Yes, this is cat, this is cat, this is cat. As we have seen the video also. Cats are there. Now machine learning will find a pattern in that. What relationship is there? How can I define a cat? So what are the features that cat is having? What are the features that cat is having? Cat learning model will create. And then what machine learning model will do will cat, it will go here, check it, this is cat, here, classified it. Then whether this is a cat, yeah, this is a cat. Yes. Whether this is a cat, no, this is not a cat. So we'll go here. Predictions. Find previous data, find a pattern, and do the predictions. Supervised learning. So again, in supervised learning, two parts are there. I can have a class as the output like this, or I can have continuous value as the output. Like for example, what are the stock market price for a particular company yesterday, and what can be tomorrow? What is the closing price of stock yesterday, and what can be tomorrow? What can be today? I want to do. It can be any possibility will be there. That is called as a regression. So classification and regression, two different possibility of outputs are there in the machine learning algorithm can do. It's very easily done. Some statistical mathematical knowledge we require to understand. Second is unsupervised learning, which find only the pattern in the data, just like this. Here some group of images are given, and machine learning will find which groups are similar. These are similar, these are similar, these are according to groups are aggregated. That is what we call as a clustering, basically unsupervised learning. Here, see, if the data is given to machine, machine will check these are the similar groups and these are the similar groups. These to this similar group number one, I'll assign the name as cat, and this similar group number. Okay, so that's why to satisfy this particular need, it's very important to learn artificial intelligence and machine learning, both terminology separately, combinations along with data science also, programming language also. Must be comfortable with using that one. Logical thinking, logical reasoning, that we have to improve. Maybe it is improved afterwards also. We just require a desire to learn. Okay, a desire only to learn that. These are the course which are required for data scientist job, which is the number one ideal job the IT companies are. See, there are the different skill set that we can see. Analysis, machine learning, statistics, computer science, communication. Here AI is there, visualization, and many more. And they are almost correlated to each other. Everyone is connected with data science that we have seen in the first slide. Same are here presented. And different skill set that we have to acquire being data scientist, AI engineer, machine learning engineer, data scientist, like all. Programming tools that you need to understand, data visualization, data intuition, statistics, wrangling, machine learning, software engineering, multivariable algebra, like many things are there. So plus minus skill sets are there. Technical skills are great actually. So if you want, you should be good logically. You should be having, most important, logically though you are not good, you should be having desire to learn the things. If it is there, you can learn AI and ML so much effectively or so much easily also. See, these are the small example from different IT company surveys are there. Just can think last one, data scientist and machine learning engineer. They're connected with AI and ML very closely. They're getting highest salary in Indian companies nowadays. Yeah, this is what the Bill Gates says. A breakthrough in machine learning world would be 10 Microsofts. Bill Gates statement is that. So just remember that how important is machine learning is, and how important artificial intelligence are there. These are there. Many applications are also there. Just both many websites or great websites are available, created by developers, users, or some companies which are marketing companies are. You can make use of them. You can learn the things, and getting more insights about this novel future of computer science and engineering. Okay, that's from my side. If you have any doubts or questions, so you can ask. Yeah, so if any questions or doubts are there, so just can, rather than raising the hand, you just can uh, talk, or you can put in the chat box anything.
Participants, you can ask questions. Sagar Wag, ask your question. Yes. Sir Ravi, you check. Yes, Ravi Advu, you can talk.
This is average given. You just can check on the slide here. Check it out.
The other participants, you can ask questions. Yes, Satish Telawne's question is sir. He's asking sir मुझे मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग इसके बारे में मुझे कोई टॉपिक बताओ मीन्स ही इज आस्किंग अबाउट इज देयर एनी एप्लीकेशन which he can use from AIML for mechanical engineering.
Okay, application for mechanical engineering.
I think
Application means I didn't get why. What kind of applications you want?
actually I am also not getting his question. With another is machine learning. Is it necessary to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
graduation?
correct. Not actually. Not actually. Machine learning is not required for computer science. Nowadays, almost everyone, according to me also, everyone has to learn about this machine learning. It's not required computer science background. Even if you are comfortable with uh, a general programming language, we require mathematics, statistics. Only these three fields are required. That remember. So if you're not from computer science, then also it is okay. Even I have seen from last 2 years, I have taken multiple training for different kind of colleges and even in companies also. So more than 50% engineers are not from computer engineering background. More than 50% engineers. So most of them from computer engineer, civil engineering, automobile are there. Even some people of statistics background also, BSc statistics or BSc mathematics are also there. Civil, electrical, ENTC are maximum again they are present. It's not required that you should be from computer science background, you should be graduate and should be comfortable with mathematics and statistics. That is main requirement is there. Programming language anyone can learn, but mathematical skill are very essential. So it's not compulsory that you should be from the computer background. Anyone can learn it.
Yes, sir. Any other questions from participants? One question is there, sir. One question is there.
Okay. So is there any parameter measurement to measure intelligence in AI? Do we have IQ to rate human intelligence? Can we rate AI's intelligence? Yes, it's there also. One thing is that we measure with the help of IQ score. That's correct. But currently, strong artificial intelligence will have the IQ score only, and it is not yet implemented. They are having methods in artificial intelligence with the help of that the score can be measured. Scores are measured by using two methods. Currently, strong AI is not present. That's why IQ score is not possible. Talking with machine learning, the performance is considered by using accuracy score. Is how accurate the decision making is done. So basically, this decision making accuracy is from 80% to 90%. There are some measurement parameters are in machine learning which are used to measure it. If my model that I have created is giving me 80% accuracy, then only it is considered as efficient. Above 80, 85, 90, 95, even some models give 100% accuracy also. So this is a method that is used called as accuracy score are present. Even some error modules are also there. Our two score is there. We have to do statistics for that to identify it. Mean absolute error, mean squared error. Many techniques are present. With the help of that, effectiveness of that model can be identified. Such techniques are not there with the AI. Remember, Okay, that's what we have. And the second is, what is the base programming language for machine learning? I talked it already. Python. Python is the best programming language for machine learning because of multiple reasons. Python is interpreter-based language, open source, large communities there, large number of libraries are also present, and it is considering they consider object-oriented programming, which makes it useful in the field of data science, that we can see about the programming language. And next question is, whose are the best machine learning artificial intelligence? So it's not, there is no any best actually. Both are great, and as per the requirement of the design, we can choose either AI or ML. There is no any direct difference in terms of the powerfulness. Machine learning is now, we can call it as a child of artificial intelligence itself. That's why it's a part of AI, so we cannot compare in that way. Fine. Anything else?
Yes. Questions? Is any more questions from participant side? One question is there, sir, from Ishan Narvekar.
Uh, ma'am, what's question is that? Is machine learning hard? Not actually. If you compare about hardness, artificial intelligence somewhat harder. It was there, but now connecting with the machine learning, it's becomes, machine learning is not hard actually. Initially, you may think that it is something different because the approach of writing a program is different. But once you're familiar with machine learning, it's not that much difficult. Today, I can complete my machine learning in single day, in one day itself. Not that much difficult because automated systems are there. We need to just find to follow the steps. If you know the steps, if you're having a practice of using it, it's not that much difficult. Actually, it's very simplest algorithm. Now, from last many years, I'm learning in machine learning. So, what I think, whatever you do, you design your website, you perform your Android application development, you create extra application. Nothing is that in it. Because when you start with machine learning, when you start with machine learning, it's not so complicated. We have to start with programming language, then go for data operation, then go for statistical operation, and then go for machine learning, and then perform improvement, and then go ahead with deep learning, like systematic step that you have to follow. Okay, that's, if you're following systematic step, nothing is hard, just very simple. One more question is, go ahead. Can you type in English? Raspberry Pi. What is Raspberry Pi?
Yes, Ishan Narvekar, type it properly. Yes. Any more questions?
Small computer which is used
Small
for making
computer which
robots.
is
Yes, Raspberry Pi can be chosen. Raspberry Pi, Arduino, both can be chosen. See, most of the robotic designers today, they use the Arduino or Raspberry Pi. Now, see, difference is that Arduino is just for small end applications, like very small. In your refrigerator also, smart television also, Arduino is present. Arduino like microcontrollers are present that we can use. And Raspberry Pi is a computer, complete computer. A computer can do will be done by Raspberry Pi. And if you want to use some high-end application, intelligent system applications, that time Raspberry Pi is beneficial. So why I'm talking about that too? Because they are having a large community. Large community is there, and that community is present for Arduino also, Raspberry Pi. That will help you to design the things. If you directly start with some hardware which is not much useful or not having the help about, so that case it will become difficult. So Arduino, Raspberry Pi, both can be used. Both are very popular in application design of robotics. Even on YouTube also you can find lot many videos that they are showing how to create this robotic application with the help of Raspberry Pi and Arduino. So that's good. We can use Raspberry Pi and Arduino for application, and where AIML application can also be deployed. My preference will be given to Raspberry Pi because it's an intelligent system microprocessor based application. That's great for it. Okay. Is any capable is AI capable to understand billions of human behavior
Is
patterns?
AI
Is he these
capable?
days now diverse? Yeah. How diverse they are still yet. See, not completely done. The technology we call as deep learning. Deep learning is advanced machine learning again. Whatever human brain structure is there, that's what we are having a neuron network in our human brain, and with the help of that neuron network, we are going to learn the things. The same is converted into computer-based algorithms. Okay, same is converted to and using that we are going to learn. But remember, when billions of human behavior are created, it takes too much time and too much highly effective hardware is required. Just you can use your graphical processing unit, your graphics card, your RAM should be 8 GB, 16 GB. Then only it is possible to work with that. Fine. So currently, it's very difficult. In companies, also some algorithm which are learning from the data, they keep learning for 7 days, 8 days, 10 days also. It takes that much amount of time. But maybe after a few years, when you are when we will get good and some modern hardware, modern software, the software will come in existence. That time this will be possible. Because server systems also, server systems are not capable to generate action just like human beings are there. Whatever generating the actions, not possible still for the computer. Maybe after a few years they will be possible. It may be possible for computer systems there. Fine.
Any more questions? Yes, participants. Thank you so much, sir, for your highly informative and knowledgeable webinar. Today you have conducted for our students and for the participants which are outside from our college.
Yeah.
They are highly
Thank you, ma'am.
motivated from this topic and whatever you deliver today.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you all participants for attending webinar. After filling the feedback form, which we will provide on WhatsApp group, okay? Okay, I'm posting here the feedback form link in chat. So use that. After filling feedback form, you will get the certificate of participation. This link has been posted over there. All participants click on that link, fill the feedback form. You will get your certificate shortly. Check mails for your certificate. Fill that form.